All right, today we're going to learn how to use the subtracted strategy to solve quotients. Remember, a quotient is the answer to you said division problem, you're correct. Okay, so we are going to use subtracted to find the quotient of 27 divided by 3. And we're going to find that quotient. So what we're going to do is we are going to start with 27. And we are going to subtract 3 until we get all the way down to 3. So 27 minus 3 is 7 minus 3 is 4. Drop that 2. So we start with 27, 24, and remember we're trying to get down to 3, so we're going to subtract that again. 24 minus 3, let's start with our ones column. 4 minus 3 is 1, 2 minus nothing is 2. All right, and we're going to subtract 3 again, and we're just going to subtract over and over and over again until we get down to 3. 21 minus 3, well, we can't do 1 minus 3, so we're going to borrow from this 2. That 2 turns into a 1. This 1 turns into an 11. 11 minus 3 is 8. We drop that 1 is 18. All right, now we have 18 minus 3. Let's start with this ones column. 8 minus 3 is 5. Drop that 1 down. Now 15. We're not at 3 yet, so what do we do next? Think about it. If you said we subtract another 3, awesome job. We are just going to keep subtracting 3s until we get down to 3. So 15 minus 3, 5 minus 3 is 2. I drop that 1. We're still at 12. We need to keep going until we get down to 3. 12 minus 3. We look at the ones. We can't take 2 from 3. If I have 2 Tiger tickets, I can't give 3 away. So we're going to have to borrow from this 1. The 1 turns into a 0. This 2 turns into a 1. So 12 minus 3 is, let's see, 12, 11, 10, 9. And we have to keep going because we're not quite to 3. And let's subtract 3 from 9. And I know right away that 9 minus 3 is 6. And let's take one more 3 away. 6 minus 3 is 3. So we finally got to 3. So now what we need to do is starting at 27 and ending at 3, we're going to circle all the numbers that we subtracted 3 by. So we subtracted 27 minus 3 and got 24. 24 minus 3 and got 21. 21 minus 3 and we got 18. 18 minus 3, then we got 15. 15 minus 3, then we got 12. 12 minus 3 and we got 9. 9 minus 3 and then we got 6. And then, of course, we got down to 3. So first you circle the first number you started off with, that 27, and then the number you end with, which is, in this case, 3 or whatever this number is. And we're going to count how many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the quotient 27 divided by 3 is 9. Okay, let's try another problem using subtracted strategy. Let's do 12 divided by 6. All right, so we're going to start with the number 12, and we're going to subtract 6 until we get to the number 6. This one's going to be a quick one. All right, so let's get started. 12 minus 6 is equal to 6. So remember, you circle the last number, that 6 that you end with, and the first number you started with. And we only subtracted 6 one time from 12, and then we got 6. So that means that 12 divided by 6 equals 1, 2. All right, that was a super quick one. Let's try another one. All right, let's do 14 divided by 2. Let's find that quotient. So we're going to start at 14 and think to yourself right now, what number are we going to subtract? If you said 2, give yourself a pat on the back. And remember, you're going to subtract 2 over and over again until you get to what number? If you said 2, kiss your brain. Okay, so 14 minus 2 is 12. You need to keep going. 12 minus 2 is 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. Let's bring this 8 up here. 8 minus 2 is 6. We got to keep going until we get to 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 2, is 2. Oh wait, we got to 2. So remember, we're going to circle 2 once we finally get there. And the very first number you subtracted, we're going to count how many times you subtracted from the number that you got. So we subtracted from 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4. And we're going to count how many times we did that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means the final quotient is 14 divided by 2 is 7. And then remember, the way that we can check that is checking 7 times 2, because that should equal what number? If you said 14, give yourself a pat on the back. Let's make sure that's true. So you can, we can use skip counting just to check that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Let's stop there, and we need to count 7 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So notice that 7 times 2 is 14. And so these two are correct. All right, let's try one last one. You're going to do this one by yourself. So using the subtracted strategy, go ahead and subtract 20 divided by 4. So remember, you're going to subtract what number by 20? If you said 4, give yourself a thumbs up. And you're going to subtract 4 until you get to what number? If you said 4 again, awesome work. So let's get started. Go ahead and you do this now, either on a piece of paper, your whiteboard, or your grid. And then you can, so pause this video, start, and then resume once you're done. Welcome back. So we are finding the quotient of 20 divided by 4, and we're going to use the subtracted strategy. So we're going to start with 20, and we're going to subtract 4 over and over and over again until we get to 4. So 20 minus 4 is 16. 16 minus 4, let's see, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. 12 minus 4 is 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Keep going until we get to 4. 8 minus 4 is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So we got to 4. So next what we do is we're going to circle our 4, that last number, and we're going to circle 20, our first number. And we're going to circle all the times we subtracted 4. So 20, 16, 12, and 8. And now we're going to count how many times we did that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means 20 divided by 4 is 5. And if you found the inverse operation, remember the inverse is just double checking that 5 times 4 equals 20. Give yourself 2 pats on the back because that's excellent work. You could use skip counting, you could draw it, add it, an area model to show 5 times 4, and I will use skip counting because my 5s are pretty easy. 5, 10, 15, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If I skip count by 5 4 times, I get 20, so that means this is both correct. Okay, great job. Go ahead and get started on your classwork. Finish up with that exit ticket, and really great job.